Good morning, everyone. This is Royce come back at you with yet another family tradition recipe, whatever you want to call it. And unfortunately, I missed my family's uh, St. Patty's Day dinner. The funny thing is, I don't think most of my family is Irish, even, where I believe we're mostly German, a little English, and just like a small percentage Irish, mostly on my dad's side. Anyway, but the good thing about Irish leftovers, they keep. So without further ado, leftover corned beef and cabbage. We have corned beef, cabbage, potatoes, carrots, and onions all roasted together to perfection. First, of course, let's try the corned beef. Corned beef was always a weird taste for me because it's like it's brined, so it has a very similar taste to a pickle, but it doesn't have the vinegar that a pickle brine does. So it just comes off as very salty, which is good, especially when you live in a Protestant family that's not good at seasoning your food. And we got our potato with little peppercorns on it. Fun fact, I didn't know that, I didn't know that, God, what am I trying to say here? I did not know that corned beef and pastrami are kind of like related. Apparently pastrami is just smoked corned beef. Now, why do they call it corned beef? Corned beef. Corned. I want to say it has something to do with peppercorns, but I'm not sure, because there's always some kind of like peppercorns in the corned beef brine. I don't like cooked carrots very much. They're very mushy. I found carrots to be best fresh, raw. Don't do anything weird with that. And you may be wondering, like, Royce, why aren't you trying more like food again? Well, I'm trying to be good until payday on Friday. I have something planned for Saturday that should be fun though. A fast food fave that I only recently I thought about, because it's not a fast food fave I often think of, but it's one that I actually do have. Got a bit of potato and onion here, and there might be cabbage. Yeah, it's cabbage. Let's see a bite of onion in there. I just got home from work, so pardon the AC being on. Keeps my room nice and, at temp. I will say, like, I do see the necessity of carrots and onions and cabbage in corned beef, because corned beef, like especially this cut that my family got, is so fatty. Like you have fat cap on both ends of this, and the peppercorns I mentioned. It tastes good, but you gotta cut it with carrots. Unfortunately, because of the way it's cooked, corned beef varies wildly between fork tender and needing a steak knife to get through it. I hope I don't shake the camera too much. Let's try to get a bite of everything. You know the funny thing? This is a dish both my grandmas could eat because both, unfortunately, are having a little. You know what? Never mind. I shouldn't talk about their private business, private lives. My grandmas are good people, and they deserve their privacy. Y'all get enough of my family as it is. My dad's getting into cryptocurrency, which, oh boy, speaking of chasing gold at the end of the rainbow, you're more likely to find a leprechaun spot of gold to make money off cryptocurrency. And, like, I don't say that as someone who is, like, ultra cynical. I say that as someone who has seen kind of the rise and fall of crypto. Like, there's this channel I follow, Internet Today, and they do a tech show, they do tech and news shows, which kind of cover a lot of cryptocurrency news. Like, I think the crypto, like, because crypto exists in sort of this weird fluctuation, where it ebbs and flows. The bubble grows, it pops, it grows again. Luckily, my dad is getting in relatively early in the next growth cycle, because I believe the crypto bubble last popped in about 2021. Because I remember there's a big thing about crypto crashing within the last couple years. And here we have a big fork full of veggies with a little bit of meat on bottom. We got potato, onion, cabbage, carrot. That is actually the way to eat it. Getting everything in one bite, all the flavors to work together. That's how you do it. Honestly, what I should do is chop this up and put it in a sandwich or a burrito. But I'll spare you my food hack ideas. Maybe next year I'll actually get my hands on a corned beef before St. Patty's Day and make my own. And then I can do food hacks with it. I think the most obvious thing with corned beef is the Reuben. Which, it's funny because, like, when I see people talk about Reubens on the internet, they talk about they don't talk about corned beef and Thousand Island. They talk about pastrami and Russian dressing, which are similar but different in slight ways. Ha ha. I know you're all probably a little grossed out by how big that forkful was, but you gotta look at this from my perspective. Corned beef, ultra greasy. Carrots, bad texture. Cabbage and potato, pretty bland. Mix them all together, the veggies cut through the fat covers the potatoes and the corned beef, or the pleasant textures of the potato and corned beef cover the bad texture of the carrot. The onion adds a decent pop of flavor. Like, it's a good meal, and like there's a reason why this is the classic. I don't know how true this is, but apparently, and I've said this before, corned beef originally, is a very specifically Italian or Irish American thing, because originally it was supposed to be this like weird, because originally it was supposed to be made like with pork or something, but Irish people in New York, there were more Jewish delis, and so they didn't have pork products, but they did have plenty of beef. Which I guess we should. I guess Irish people should be glad that they went for that their ancestors went for the beef instead, because we could have ended up with chicken liver on. No, like what's another like good Jewish food? So like there's chicken liver, there's fish, a lot of smoked fish, which I do love smoked fish. I like preserved fish more than smoked fish. Smoked fish, the smoke flavor can get a little too intense. Alright, I've had my fun. I'll go back to eating it normal. You prudes. Today the Dr. Seuss video is going up. And again, like my non-food videos don't do very good. My critics, the people who criticize me, should go to those videos and leave a bunch of likes and stuff to encourage me to do less food content. I have to understand that, like, there is kind of a practical side to all this. As much as I would like to just do content I want to do, unfortunately, the food stuff gets more clicks. At first, I thought it was just because it's trendy, but I worry that y'all think I'm a mukbanger because y'all just like my food content. I tried to be good with the proportions of this. Mostly because I already ate some of it last night and I don't want my cousin, or my brother to be mad at me for eating all corned beef. I actually made a sandwich with it. I had some roasted red peppers in the fridge, the jarred kind, and some Swiss, because, again, my cousin paid me, so I did go on a little spree just to make sure that I had food for the week. Every night is pot pie night at work, because pot pie is a good, cheap food. $4, and you get this very hearty, filling food. And before you even ask, it's Murray Callender's. Banquet pot pies suck, even though they're both made by Conagra. Banquet also once came out with a steak and Guinness pie, but because Guinness, obviously copywritten, they called it a steak and ale pie. My mom and I tried it. It was okay. I'm curious how beer gravy would work. Like, outside of a pie, I mean. I guess you could technically say beer cheese is gravy. People always talk about, how well marbled Wagyu beef is. But, this is so much fat perfectly interspersed between it that it's, greasy almost. How is this not well marbled? Well, let's see. This is going up Wednesday. So Thursday's gonna be Friday's gonna be my frozen pizza review. I gotta get a fast food fave for Saturday. I'll save that for Friday when I get paid. I should get paid Thursday too if my YouTube check's coming in. Excuse me. And then I got a frozen pizza review on Friday, so I'll have to record that tomorrow. Or Thursday. Sorry. I'm already thinking ahead now. Thinking one day ahead, I mean. Alright. Yeah, I don't know what's gonna be tomorrow. I guess we'll find out together. There's something cheap there's a cheap fast food item that's new that I might try. So look forward to that, I guess. Anyway, y'all go to the store smaller. I'm happy.